Is this sufficient, or do we need to keep paper score too?
You can also keep paper score. You want to play legal moves on that?
Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Yeah.
So if you're gonna just write LM on there, legal moves.
Legal moves.
Oh wow.
All right, Ken. Good match.
Okay, good match.
I'm going to be watching on
So where's home for you?
Chicago.
Ah, okay. I don't think we played.
I've been. This is the first year I played Open.
Oh.
Doesn't inspire me confidence.
I know like other architects will look for other countries in South America except Brazil. Brazil is the most part of South America and South America.
No, I like I'm not somebody who it's not Brazil, it's all the same. I love it.
Yeah, it was exciting last time. We were in Argentina. Oh, was that a game? The game was
No, but you were in
yeah. It was just like 5 million people celebrating. Everyone was screaming. Everyone's friendly.
such a good experience.
Everyone,
I haven't talked about it. That was great. This will up the game. Oh, we could play there if you want us to play. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, there we go. We get a picture. Everyone's happy. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. John didn't double that. I think he should have. Okay. Double twos. Okay, switches and brings the check every round. Betting on his 5.4 comes in. He should be doubling, I think. Still, he does. It's too much work to do to play it on, and I don't think his opponent can take it actually. So there you go. Okay, 4-2.
This is your first championship level tournament?
Rory recorded all my matches in Chicago and deemed me an open player.
Yeah. From what I've seen,
I gotta be back. I gotta go fix something real quick.
take up the felt.
Yeah. I think it's something else.
Hello, sports fans. Marty Storer back in the commentator's seat. We have got John O'Hagan versus Ken Tyszko, if I'm saying that right. Ken is ahead of John 4-2 to 11 in the third round. Oh, main second chance, round 3. Okay, so that must be the lost once bracket. You can still win the tournament after losing once, but not twice. You can win the consolation or whatever they call it, separate section. Now, I guess that was a cock double 2. Ken owns the cube at 2. The pip count after this roll is, what is that? He's got 105 and John has got 97. John has got the option of breaking one of his outside points. Of course, he won't break his midpoint and leave shots. He can just move from his 3-point and keep the 4-point prime in front of Ken. But instead, he says, I'm going to create builders on the, builders on the 7 and 6 points, which can be used to make the 1-point later. Ken tightens up his 6-point prime so that if John volunteers a shot, he does not do so with that double 3. He says, I'm going to count the race. 82 for me, 99 for him, I do believe. So that makes it right to just clear points as quickly as ever John O'Hagan can. And Ken says, all right, I will build my board quickly, hoping to hit later. John says, I will clear my 9-point.
Hoping not to lose a shot later.
Hoping not to leave a shot later. Hoping against hope. And there's a 4-3 for Ken. He might just break the point to ensure against the evil double 2 on a subsequent roll. And then now if he does this, he can close his board or he can move his 3 pips on the outer boards. And there is a 6-2. The 6 is good. The 2 is good too. I guess it covers the 4-point. Gives John a whole bunch of numbers to hit with a 2 and then jump away with a 1, 3, or 4. Or double 1 or double 2 would make the 5-point, and Ken doesn't want any part of that. He runs away. He could have stayed, hoping for double 6s for blot number, but he did not.
You think it was right to play 6-5? Is the name?
B instead of 7-6 for John? I think not, but I don't think it matters if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, because he has 3 checkers outside now.
Yeah, no, it's. I would have done the same thing that he did. Now he gets 1 checker off. You see.
No argument about this play.
Yeah. Good play by John O'Hagan. I got Dmitriy Obukhov with me.
I approve
Dima.
this play.
And
he also rolled double. That makes it movement, right?
a beautiful double 1 for Ken.
I would play 3-2 with the last.
A lot of possibilities. 3-2, yeah, maybe so. Maybe 3-2. Why not? You don't want to cater to aces particularly. You're going to need high numbers to get off, so you should probably hope play as if you're going to roll high numbers. Now he's got 12 checkers left, so I guess he's saying, all right, I don't want to miss with any number at all, especially 2-1. And there's John O'Hagan. What has he got? 8 checkers left? 8 checkers left. And 10 for Ken. 9 for Ken. That doesn't bode well. Just take it off.
Just take it off.
Doesn't matter really what you do, hardly, but says, all right, I'll play for double fives. And John bears off 2. Boringly bears off 2. 3 off, and probably just, I would go 5-2 probably, but not that it much matters. Nothing matters anymore. So it is now tied 7 away apiece. The great John O'Hagan versus the unknown to me, Ken Tyszko. Do you know anything about Ken? Do you know where he's from, or?
I think he's a Michigan player.
Okay.
But I'm not.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, if you're playing in a location, ABT, and you see someone whose name you don't know, it's very likely the person is a local player. So Ken opens with a 6-2 major split, out with a 6 down with a builder for a 2, and 6-2 for John. He's going to John. Oh no, this is Ken. Sorry, that was John playing 6-2, and Ken. Yeah, so Ken makes an aggressive play with a 6-2. Hitting with a 6, of course, is about forced, and then he played a 2 down from his midpoint aggressively, adding ammunition to attack his own board and make his own bar point.
Make the 5 point.
I would make the 5 point fast. Okay, so this is, so Ken says, why should I leave a direct shot when I can make my perfectly good bar point? The answer is, as Dima and I think, that the 5 point is so very valuable. It was a 5. I thought that was a 5-2. That was 5-1, I guess.
5-1.
Nobody dissented. Now Ken makes his 20 anchor.
Okay.
John wants a big fat double 6 from Siberia.
From Siberia.
A long way away. That's what I say.
I got you.
That's my little joke there. Now 5-3 is not very good there. So I think the best that Ken has is just lift his blot to the 8 point with a 3 and then dump one on his ace point. But he says no. He says this is okay too. I guess this is better. Isn't it better? Looks better. I thought he'd have to leave a direct shot, but he does not have to leave a direct shot. Yeah, he could if he got hit with an indirect shot, he could hit back with a 4. And now he's got builders for his 5 and 4 points. And what do you know?
Double 4s.
Double 4s. Let's get those stragglers going and make our 4 point.
Make my 4 point.
And there are 6 hitting numbers for John, plus a fat, juicy double 6 that he could. Okay, so he says, I'm not going to even leave a blot at all.
Yeah, problem with this play is it's hard to make something useful.
I would not, yeah, because he doesn't have that many point-making numbers next turn. Only combinations of 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s, excluding 4-1.
I like the double slot play here.
So that's less than half the deck that makes the 4 point or the 5 point or runs with the back checkers safely. So he says, all right, I'll bide my time. I'll keep builders on all of my outside points that I had them on and make my 2 point. And John says, well, I am sorely tempted to make 2 interboard points and tempt you to hit me with 1s, after which I may hit you back. Double 1s would be nice. 4-3 is nice enough. Making a point. John still wants those double boxcar 6s. He can only, 5-2, he can play 10-8 and 6-1, I guess. Or he can bring his checker into his 5 point and then go 6-4. The drawback is he will have a funny looking 6 on his next turn, where he will have to, I'm sorry, if I step on the cable, I might destroy something, right? It was all tangled up. Thank you. Yeah, I don't do well with the physical world that I'm a part of. Sometimes, yeah, they wouldn't let me near cables when I was working full time. Software was hard, but it was easy because you can't really touch it. It's just a bunch of abstract things. Was that legal? That was not legal. He played only a 5, 6-1. He has a 1 to play. Now, Tim corrects and John accepts it. 8-7, 6-1 was the play with 5-1. And hoping for a double 6 or a double 5 or even a double 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 5-1. That's the play. They have kindly shown us that. 6-1 is just about forced for Ken.
Pretty much.
He will not break his 8-point because his 8-point is useful. It's all right. Now I only have my 2-point to cover in my board. And John says, well, now I can break my board. Or I can not break my board. And play what? If he doesn't break his
How
board.
about both from the 22 point?
Both from the 22 is interesting. It's just that suppose he doesn't attack you. Then what do you do next turn?
Well,
What is the race like? And John says, no, I want my anchor, and I'm going to stay back on the 13 point to cover more territory. So,
the problem with this play doesn't lead to anything good.
well, okay, so if he doesn't hit and cover, he might have to weaken his position. Such as 5-4. Well, that actually covers. But even now he's got 6 return shots. Double 5s does not hit. But 4 4s and a 5-2. Double 6s is bad, and now Ken says, oh boy, I better double him now.
I do.
Kaboom! And John says, it looks pretty ugly.
No, thank you. John
Looks
says, no,
too
thank
ugly
you.
for me, and Ken Tyszko takes the lead, 5-4. 6. Oh, he needs 6, and John needs 7. So it's as if they're in a 7-point match where Ken has had 1-0. We talk about how many points each player needs to win the match, and you say Ken is 6 at 6 away, the 6 away score, and John O'Hagan's at 7 away. John opens with a complicating 6-4, out with a 6, down with the 4 for a builder. 3-2 is about the worst reply, and Ken says, all right, I can't do much with it, I'll just play safe.
Not the recommended play.
We do not recommend that. We would recommend splitting with the back checkers with a 3 or a 2 and then moving down from the midpoint with the other number. Even the loose hit on the 1 point would have been better, although we don't think that's right. In order to disconnect
And then
the checkers, put them 7 apart, the one on the Ken's bar point and the one on the bar.
I thought Ken should have split with a 2-1 somehow. Not sure how.
Yes, that was interesting. Now he he can't even split at all, so he makes his 5 point quite properly.
Now that he wanted to.
Yeah, now that he wanted to, he wasn't able to. So there's a 4-2 for John. He simply covers his blot, unstacks his 6 point. The spare checker on the 4 point puts some pressure on his inner board points, such as he might make his 3 point with a 5-1.
I should think about doubling. Here.
Think about doubling him, but John is. John does not. He's not especially quick on the trigger.
This I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would do this. I would
you
do
would
it.
do this?
I would leave 4. Yeah, 4 shots. You can leave. There's 4 shots the other way too.
Yeah, it's not the 4 shots that.
Yeah, I know. You want to make your 5 point instead of
I
your
want to make my
3.
5 also. I don't want to have. I want to use that 4 point builder for something.
Yeah, that's true. So positionally, it was better to break the midpoint for John to break his midpoint, but he elected to make his 3 point, which he says to himself is yet another innerboard point for me. Now, if I make yet another innerboard point, which I cannot do with that ugly looking 3-2, I guess I'll just play safely 8-3. Now, this is some ugliness that Dimo was afraid of last turn. There is a perfectly acceptable 5-3, just goes into his 5 point safely, adds a builder for open points in his inner board. 6-2, the bar point appears, but there is a
However,
12 number shot. Double 4s would be a nice double hitting number. 1, 2 would be a nice single hitting number. I guess you just go to the 10 and you duplicate 4, 6.
Yeah, but we can also duplicate 4 the other way.
You could do 4, 4, and 4, 5, and 1, 4, and 1, 5, and and that's what Ken probably is thinking. And John says, "All right, I will stay on the bar like a cooperative opponent." And Ken says, "Oops, I did not make a point.
Now go to the 6 and to the 10, just because it looks pretty.
Otherwise, you will make an ugly play, and this is a very pretty play. You get it keeping your builders in play. You aim another checker at the open 4 point. So if he stays on the bar, there will be 15 juicy numbers to make that 4 point. And John says, well, I'm going to make my juicy 2 point. How's that for? How do you like them apples?
How do you like that for juice?
How do you like double 4 apples? Says Ken. And if I can't roll a 4-4, I'll roll a 5-4.
So 5 must hit.
5 must hit, and then the question is, does Ken Tyszko playing on the bottom, the purple checkers, whatever we want to call them, can ball them black and white, purple and yellow, or some synonym.
Yeah, my gut feeling is it's hit and split.
Hit and split seems to win the most games. And if you are playing John O'Hagan, that is what you... Okay, so if you play the 4 first, then you might think that your only remaining 5 is to make the 1 point. Making the 1 point is not the worst play, but Dima and I are both thinking that the more enterprising play of moving the back checkers up. 4s do not grow on trees, sports fans. But Ken says, well, I don't want him to roll a 1. That would be a bad tree for me to, so double 4s is still a very nice roll. 4-3 is nice as well.
I guess you go in,
Out we hop.
And needs a 4
And then,
badly.
yeah, it needs a 4 or else the cube is coming straight at him right now. No, he should not be overcome by fear. Indeed, he is not. He says, I am going to cash this game before I never roll a 4 again. Now, Ken has gone up 6-4 to 11. 5 away to 7 away. That is supposedly the most common match score in all of backgammon.
I'm guessing 7 away is more common.
It might be more common.
I'm pretty sure.
But only, well, it's, yeah, other than even scores. I'm just parroting Dirk Schiemann in his book. Whatever his book
Well,
was.
a lot of matches start at 0-0 to 7.
That is true.
Okay.
And not all of those reach the 5 away, 7 away score. So John O'Hagan with a 5-2. Shall he play 11-6, 24-22, splitting? Shall he make his beautiful 11 point
I would split here.
and see what Ken Tyszko thinks he will do with funny looking numbers? That is not very funny. That is a very sober 5-1, 13-7. Adding builders for the inner board.
Oh, okay.
He says, now I'm going to move my back checker.
So make it
If I
4.
split, I would not have been able to make a beautiful double 4. What if he runs?
Oh, he should be behind. He can just roll double 6s, right?
It's close. It's very close. No, he didn't roll double 6s. He rolled... he did roll double 6s. So double 6s and 5-1 make 30 pips.
Yeah, this
And then this is
is my
16 and whatever the hell else it was. This looks like a good play to me. The anchor on the 20 point is worth a lot for John.
play. 6.
And there's the 4. He's got to make that 5 point. He can't screw around dumping checkers and putting them in awkward positions. And Ken says, all right, it seems like I ought to be able to hit that thing.
Well, yeah, he's going to hit it.
But then what shall I do? Shall I make my 9 point? Shall I make my 10 point? shall I stack
I'm gonna.
ignominiously on my 2 point
I think
with 2 checkers?
I think it's make the 10 point.
Yeah, I would choose between the 9 and the 10. I'm not sure which.
This,
The 9 point would give a solid prime. This is a little bit inflexible for later. And John says, I will stay back as far as ever I can. I will make my board as quickly as ever I can. And Ken says, well, I will roll more doubles.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna roll this every roll, then
If you know you're gonna roll doubles, just don't leave any shots. And keep rolling doubles, and that'll be the end of the game. Yeah, just go to the 10 point. Move the checkers that are now farthest back, move them both 3 pips, and then you can hope to safely clear them.
no, he's gonna double next roll.
I think he might. He's shown that he's not afraid to double, and John says, I'm not afraid to make my 3 point. And Ken says, well, what if I roll 6-4? I might leave a blot.
Shaking.
What if I roll 6-3? I might leave a blot. Five two is not a blot number, but it is not the greatest number ever seen. So I guess he just goes to the 1 point safely. No hit. You can do this too. Keeping even on the end, keeping a spare on his 6, losing a spare on his 7. And John says, I'm not going to do the old trick of switching 4 to 2 to slightly increase the number of ways I have to make a 5 point board. Now I guess you just play safe.
Gets uglier, huh?
Yeah, this is called suction. When you make low points and you stack checkers on low points, you don't have very many landing spots, so checkers tend to get sucked down to the low points you've already made. Vacuum the vortex of the 2 point. He says, all right, I'll just keep
Okay.
rolling doubles. That clear my 11 point at least.
11 all the way.
Now I'll make my 1 point for another suction point.
Also good for pick and pass numbers, like a 2.
Pick and pass, that's right. You can land on that point. And John says, well, I will keep my 5 point board. I will slot the 6th point in my board. And Ken says, I'd better roll another juicy double
Yeah, this
3,
is not,
but
this is not good. Well,
now it seems to be what is it, is this a 6 number? No, it's not. Let's see, so he's got 6 deuces and a 4-3, so that would be
this is one of
an
them.
8 number shot, and that is a beautiful. Now, see if you could guess what Ken is wishing for now. If not double 1, then 1-6 would be nice. 6 up was scary. Briefly, John says, shall I double or shall I go for the gammon? He says, I'll double. It's tempting to go for the
It is
gammon.
tempting.
Any 3 closed the board, and that was all there was. Any 3 plus 2-1 and plus double 1. 14 numbers. 14 numbers will play for gammon, and John says, nah, I'm going to cash the damn thing. So that's okay. He cashed it. Now it is 6 away for John O'Hagan, only 5 away for Ken Tyszko, and Ken splits with a standard major splitting 3-2, and John says, that they're back to your nest.
And getting ready to cube, basically. Unless something good comes out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking it's 4-away, 3-away.
No, it's the other.
Okay.
It's 1 point back of that.
Besides, he will roll that anyway. Double 2s. Okay.
5 away, 6 away.
Yeah.
2 points back.
Okay. I don't know.
Now it's just another boring kind of battle of the double 2s. Battle of the 5-2. What do we do? Just go to the 6 point?
Who is this?
Blue.
Blue.
Go to the 6 point, or you can run your
Run all
back
the way
checker.
out. I like this play better.
Yeah, because John's a bit stripped out there, so he can make his juicy 5 point and hope not to be hit. I would have done this.
However,
There's a 6, a 5-1, a 5-4, a 5-3. I guess he manages to make his 3 point. And John says, maybe I will not double, maybe I will make a point instead. Shall I come up or shall I come down?
I don't know about coming up. It's a lot of
Yeah, coming up is a bit risky. Coming down, you leave 4 shots at the outfield blot, but you never get pointed on in the board. And there is a 2-1, so I guess we just have to play that 1. Yep, got to make that point. Safety first, and then 11-9 for builders. Hope he does not roll one of those 5 hitting numbers. 6-2, 6-4, double 4s. Double 6s would be nice. 6-5 would even be nice. 6-2 would be better. Double 2 would be he says, I'll keep my back checker split, he says, and I'll leave a blot outside. Not my idea of prudent. So 3-2, 9-4, there was no hitting play available. It does not.
I'm gonna guess he's gonna make the anchor now.
Yeah, and for a 5, should he go 11-6, or should he keep a builder for the 5?
11
and
to
7
6.
points. I mean, he can play. He can give up only the 6-4, and he can go 8-3.
I don't.
So he has an extra builder for his 5 and his bar point, inhibiting John's motion unless he should roll a beautiful 6-4. Unbeautiful 4-3. I mean 3-2. He plays 2 down. He keeps his 8 point. There is the uglified 5-1. I guess he just has to break his midpoint and decide where to play the 1. Play a 5 to the 8 point.
5 goes to the 8, that's for sure.
And then we do we go to the 12th point, leaving 4 shots, or do we go to the 10 point, leaving 5 shots? 10 point, going to the 10 point would duplicate 3-1.
But 6-3 makes it good.
6-3 would be good.
5-4 would
5-4 would be good the other way, and this is the old. But you know, he's got actually he had six numbers. He had 4 ways to hit on the 15s, 4 ways to hit on the 10, the double 6s, double 4s. And John is going to play for this gammon. There's a juicy blot in the outfield.
Yeah.
John thinks about it. Why not think about it? He's got plenty of time on his clock. Over 11 minutes. About half the match is gone. There's a juicy 3, which hits, and I guess you play to the. What's he going to do? Slot the 7 point. I'm not sure about the other 3s.
I'm actually not sure that slotting the 7 is the best option. I think I would have come into the 6 points to have a good 5 somewhere.
What's that?
And because since I can play on the other side of the board.
Yeah, so he could, well, I guess he could, if he goes into the 5 point, he'd be telling himself, I can make my bar point with a 5, and I can attack the 6 point, 6s, 4s, and 3s, and also, but 6s and 4s to attack the ace point or duplicator to escape. But he does have 5s, and a 1, he can also make the bar point. And he says, do I have to cash yet? I don't think he does have to cash yet.
Well,
It's still on the bar. He can just play on.
4 checkers back against the 4-point board.
Double 5 would be an icky number for John, but even then, he would have a 4-point board, and Ken Tyszko would be on the bar. That would be the worst horrible number John could think of. You know, he might, with a double 3, he might, if he came out of the 6 point and stayed on the 11 point, for example, he could have had a double 5 to make his 1 point. So what is that? That's a 3? Oh, he says, all right, I'm going to... Oh, he doesn't want to get hit. He would have left a lot of hitting numbers, such as that one.
He knew something.
I guess he was absolutely right to lift that.
So you
watch.
You save a gammon or you play for a win?
I don't know. The cubes, John's got access to the cube, so his main strategy, Ken's main strategy is to save the gammon. But the question is, he might actually win more games by not dumping a checker on his 1 point to his 1 point. And you can't lose a gammon if you win the game. So that's the sort of the origin of the saying, always make the double match point play. Well, when in doubt, make the double match point play. Not always. The only thing you should always do is hit. There is a 3-2. So now we can slot and make the 1 point. Now the reception committee is getting itself ready. And John says I probably should go to the juicy 3-point for flexibility.
Because it looks great.
Spare checkers, yes. It
And
looks pretty.
because it's the right thing to do.
Now he runs away. Now John says, now can I cash?
I would still play.
I would still play on, but John says
What,
no.
what can I roll there?
I guess you could roll. What could you roll? You could roll nothing that I can see leaves a blot.
Okay, so I can roll.
You might roll, and he might roll double fours and wreck his position. That is called break. The break sheet has been thrown onto the table.
You know what I can do?
Oh, this. Oh, I see. Those we see the lag. That is the lag. We see. That's what all the people in TV land are seeing us in the past. And what is our past? I am the ghost of Christmas past. Long past? Asked Scrooge. No, your past. Go jump in the lake, spirits, said Scrooge. So Ben Friesen, who is running this tournament, is taken over from Carol Joy, the intrepid Carol Joy Cole, who ran it for many, many years. He said, just only take 1 5-minute break, please, people, in your 11-point matches.
This was a mistake. I cannot see what's when they restart the game. Yeah.
So is the stream accurate? So John has just cashed, and they just took a break?
They took a break.
So they're on a break. I have a 4th round match to play, but I probably will not play it until after the dinner break, which comes at 5 p.m. And I had to wait for 2 matches to complete, only one of which was in progress, of course.
All set? 5-point match?
Yes, yes.
It's locked.
Oh, hey guys, can you wait up? Hold up.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hey folks, welcome back. We just got back from dinner. Looks like we have John O'Hagan and Ken Tyszko running off and running already. 5 away, 5 away. Yeah. And it looks like they each have one back, or Oh, big roll. That should be double pass in most variations after that. It is a low take point at 5 away, 5 away. Whenever your opponent is 5 away, it is a pretty low take point. Actually, that might have been enough to actually turn this to a take. But I'm definitely sending the cube. And Ken knows to send it there. And John says, yes, there is enough to take this. Somewhere around 19%. Kenny instantly runs all the way. The bad news for John is he wants to roll really small because it's likely that he's actually going to end up crashing his board before he's forced to run checkers, unless Kenny rolls something big. So John wants to roll small. He wants his opponent to roll really big. Unfortunately, literally, it's the exact opposite. John's going to end up crashing pretty bad here. Three, one. Do not slot the back. I would just either bring 2 down or 1 down and 1 in. I'm not sure which exactly is right. I think I just bring 2 down. Just maximum flexibility on the outside. It's not like you're yeah, it's not. Double 4s wouldn't have worked either way. Double 3s wouldn't have made the point, so that makes sense. There's double 3s. It's not making the 3 point. I think I definitely put 1 on the 6. And 1 on the 4. Maybe bring the last 1 down. That's my first 2 for sure. I think I just want to put 1 on the 4 point. That might be wrong, though. It might just be 1 both down or 1 down all the way, but I think I would put a check on the 4 point. Yeah, it just gives you more numbers to make the 3 point, which is your target right now. You have 3 combinations of ones, 3s, and 4s that make it. John's going to bring that checker in and kill his 6s. 3-2. I actually wouldn't do that. I'd bring the 2 down and the 3 down. And actually, if you bring the 2 down, it actually gives you double 4s to make that point. Double 4s is not a good roll if you're not able to make that 3 point. It's just too large. There you go. He found it. Nice play. He could have brought 1 down all the way, but I think this might be better. Not sure. Maybe 1 down all the way was better, but nothing wrong with this play. At worst, it's second best. 6-4. That's going to put a check on the 5 point for sure. And then I'll look for the 4 to play. And you can slot, but potentially things can go awry and your opponent can hit. It's not super. Oh no, I would not move that checker to that spot. You know, your goal is to make the 3 point. So keeping checkers in play is important. Not terrible, but definitely a clear mistake in my eyes. 6-1. Well, that checker would have most likely gone to the ace point if he had played the other way anyways, so probably no harm, no foul. There's 6, and now he's got a 1 to play. Seems like that's the right 6. Maybe it's not. Maybe you just keep all the checkers in front. 2-1. John's. Yep. Keep a 5 point board. Maybe something freaky happens and you get a shot here. There ain't much. I'm not leaving any shots. Not even fly shots. But not against that 5 point board. He's going to likely break it this roll. Oh, that's 2 6-5s in a row, or 2 out of 3 rolls that keep his board. That's fair. Oh, there's the shot. That's why maybe it was right to slot that 3 point earlier. Now John's looking for a 5. His 6s don't play. Oh, 4-3. That's going to break a point. Now Kenny's hoping to make the 3 point without leaving a shot. Not many numbers do it. And this is definitely a shot. Wow. If he doesn't break his 6 point, he's leaving a double shot, it looks like. Wow. So he decides to break the 6 point. That way he's only leaving one shot. I'm not sure if that's right, but it was a very reasonable play. And now that John's crunched all the way down, he's hoping to just get safe once again and bring this thing home. 2-1. He can play with no shots, but that's a pretty ugly play. This is interesting. Could it be right to make the 3 point and leave this direct shot? It gives you a 4 point board. I would definitely consider making the 3 point here, because on your return shots you'll have a 4 point board and potential to make. But you also just, if you're going to leave a shot, why not make the 6? He says, I'm not leaving any shots. I actually think this is a small mistake, but I do not know. This is tough. 5-2. Now, once again, Kenny's just trying to get this thing home, but he's having a tough time. 5-2. That's going to be. Oh wow. I'm sorry. I didn't see he could go to the ace. So Johnny's looking for a 6 to hit. 5-4. Runs around. See if he gets another shot. 6-5. That's. Oh wow. Is that a double shot? It is a double shot. So you're definitely going to take a checker off, and I think you just got to. You hit and take the checker off. You don't not hit and take the checker off. Same number of shots either way. And now he has a opportunity to just actually be forced in on with if he rolls 6-4, 6-1. 5-5, big hit. John's a huge favorite now. And to the ace, 2 point. 5-1, he comes in, and this is likely to be a double pass right here. A redouble pass, I should say. Yeah, I believe it is clearly the proper cube action. Just a brutal roll. Trying to get home. Just terrible rolls for Kenny. And finally, John got him. For those of you who don't know, the two players, John O'Hagan is a new and upcoming player, brand new to Backgammon. Seems like a nice guy. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. He is one of the legends of the game. Played him many times. He is a tough competitor. He knows the numbers of Backgammon as good as almost everyone out there. Ken Tyszko, I believe this might be his first Open Championship. He played intermediate in Chicago. He's been a Chicago player. I've known him for 20-ish years, maybe more. Super nice guy. Really nice nice demeanor over the board. Super nice guy. And we had him. We weren't sure if he should be playing the intermediate or the championship, so we put a camera on him in Chicago, and he played better than intermediate level in the intermediate division. So that was his last intermediate tournament. Welcome to the Open division. He's doing pretty well, and he's competing here with John O'Hagan. Oh, and that's a fantastic roll. That's going to point on head, and now he has one more. I would play it to the bar point. You want to try and trap that last checker back. You already have 3 back, so really no worries about getting a 4th checker hit here. So once again, Ken Tyszko, super nice guy. And this is his first Open Championship tournament. So welcome to the Open Division, Mr. Ken. Or Tyszko, Mr. Tyszko. Oh, no roll there. Looking to make the bar. All 6s, combination of 6s, and all 1s make it. That's a 6. And now he has a 2 to play. He can come into the 6 point. I actually think this might be slightly better. It's got to be close. Maybe in is slightly better. Nice to have a spare on the 6 point. That 4-1 is not particularly great. So Ken should be slowing down, although, and thinking about this, but maybe he's just right to keep rolling, knowing that his opponent's take point, John's take point, is around 19% here. So, and clearly, there are some gammons. Yeah, he's inflexible, but he has way more than 19%. I actually wouldn't have done this. I would have actually just gone 2 in and 1 closer, because this gives both 2-6 and 3-5. You don't want to get that back checker hit, and having a spare on the 6 is great. So now John hits with the ugly 4-3. Ken should be considering the cube. Hit would have been a market loser. Comes in with the 2, makes the 5 prime. Maybe slot in the back of the prime was right. It seemed like the extra shots was not correct. 401, he's just going to make the ace point hitting, of course. Once again, he's not doubling. I think he's definitely within market, so he should be playing a little bit slower, but maybe he just knows it's a super low take point and thinks his opponent has plenty of take equity here. 5-2. He's coming down with the 5, I assume. And he can either come up with the 2 or stay back and just bring it in. Not leaving a shot on the 4 point. Definitely not slotting there. Not bringing one down. So it's either into the 6 point, and that's what John O'Hagan decides. And now Kenny's finally thinking about the cube. Seems like a very reasonable double here. But once again, John's take point. John is winning the race. I think he is. Let's see. 62, 72, 82, 84, 94, 04, 14, 18, 18, and 28. So 146 for blue. And white. Not fast enough to count it. But he decides to wait. Oh, double threes. Huge roll. Probably glad he didn't send the cube now. He gets to come up, make a point, hit. Oh, he actually could. Maybe he doesn't leave the shots. But he says, yeah, I'm going to leave the I think he says he's going to leave the shots and make the point. It's just pretty inflexible. Thing is, the point he's making is the 3 point. And if Ken rolls something with the 3, if it comes in, he's hitting on the 4 point. 5-6, he's just going to run that checker. There is no other play. He can go to the ace, but that would definitely be wrong. So good play, Kenny. And now we're getting close to it. 4-2, that's going to hit. And safe a blot. I guess you still can't double here because if he doesn't hit, he's in a world of trouble. This is going to hit, though. It's basically a forced hit. He does get a PR credit because he could make some other play, but this is the only play that makes any kind of sense. John's looking for a 4. Oh, he gets it with the 1. Actually, the 1's actually a pretty good roll because he gets to move that checker 1. So now 6s don't hit. Unless it's 4-6, of course. 2-1, he's going to come in with the 2 and just bring the checker in, of course. John is looking for a 6 and something to get safe. 2s, 3, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, all gets 6-5 gets safe. Double 2s makes a point. And does he continue to end points on him? He does. Once again, he's limiting the number of hits by making that next point. 3-1 is a fan. John's nowhere close to a cube. He is close to a cube, but he has to get that back checker out first. That did not do it. That 5-2 is kind of yucky. I guess he's just going to bring it into the 6 point. Or maybe he leaves no shots on the far side of the board. Maybe he just goes to the 3 point. Because if he doesn't, there's duplication there. 5-6. He's coming out, of course. Once again, John's trying to get a 6. Some 6s are better than others, and that one is better than others. That hits. And Kenny's a 4-6, 5-6. 4-3 comes in with the 4. And this is definitely going to be a cube. The question is it a take? Actually, well, if he passes, it's 2-way, 5-way, and he's 25%. And John says he can't even double here. John thinks it's not even a cube. So it must be a monster take. Well, he can play safe. The only way to play completely safe is the 2 down. I actually don't think he's going to do that. I think he's bringing 2 checkers in and leaving 8s and 9s. How many shots is that? It's all 8s. And all 9s, actually. So he says that's just too much. 11 shots is too much. I'm going to play safe and see what happens. And he would have been hit. So good play. Oh, 6-3. I just noticed he doesn't want to move that checker. You don't want to move that checker. You have a 6-3. You can't move the checkers off the 20 point, but you can make the 3 point here, which is productive. So I would make the 3 point. Actually, if he ran that back checker, it might turn it into a double because it's going to limit his chances of getting a shot. 6-1. That's going to go to the ace point or to the 2, and then 3-2 or 2-1. Either one. It probably doesn't matter a whole lot. Like literally, this is basically not a decision. It doesn't matter. Oh, 5-3, so he runs from the front, of course. And now John's looking for something to stay safe. 4-2, it's going to pick and pass. Kenny needs to come in. That's not coming in. And John will now think about the cube. I'm guessing since he hasn't doubled immediately that it's he has to figure out whether or not it's a double. And I think he is going to come to the conclusion that this is a cube. But also because he's taking his time and isn't confident in the double, I would tend to take this. But maybe it's just, he wins if he doubles, and a gammon is like a realistic possibility. Because blue will have the 4 crossers of the checker on the bar plus the 6. Blue will have 16 checkers to save the 16 crossovers to save the gammon, but he's on the bar. And white actually currently has, of course, 18 crossovers to get off to bring it home. But a lot of those crossovers are small. So, and blue's on the bar, so there is a real chance to get gammon for the match here. But at the same time, you also, if you can come in right away, you're probably getting at least one shot. Actually, maybe that's all you're getting now. He says, I really don't think I'm going to get that many shots, so maybe it is a pass. You really just got to work all this out. What are the possibilities? Yeah, I think that probably was a double pass. Looking at it, just because obviously if John rolled a 6 there, it wouldn't be very good. But if he rolled a 5, that might have been Kenny's last shot from the bar, which means it was only, maybe 6 numbers or so. So that pass seemed pretty reasonable. 2-way, 5-way. John O'Hagan, a 75% favorite here, according to the match equity table. Kenny with a 5-1. Really not what he wanted. I think you just got to... I think you bring the 5 down and slot the 5, or you come out all the way. I'm really not sure about this. I would not make that 23-point anchor. I know that. So I think this is probably my play. This is my first instinct. John's looking to put a hurting on him. He rolls a 3-2. He splits with the 3, brings the 2 down. Now Kenny needs to make that 5-point. Looking for 3s, 1s, 8s. There's the 1. There's the 1. And just come on out with the 6. Six, 2. He's obviously going to hit with the 6, and then he has a 2 to play. I see no reason not to make that 11-point, right? Makes 5-6 not particularly good, where it would have been fantastic without it. 4-6. He's just going to bring that checker out. He can go to the 2-point and unstack the 8, but you really don't want to put that checker on the 2-point. 6-1. So there's numerous plays here. He can just make the 5-point, which is probably wrong. He's probably hitting and then making the bar. Oh, he says I can hit 2. Oh, yes, he's actually at like a gammon go type of score, where Kenny doesn't perform here. Oh, he does perform. That's a great roll. And he has one more. I think you want to keep those back checkers split, so I would just play 6-5. Oh, he anchors him up. I don't think I would have done that. 4-6 comes in, and he has a 6 to play. This interesting. I don't think he's going to the ace points. And you really don't want to give up the mid, but maybe you have to. I guess anchoring actually stops him from getting attacked on the 2-point. He would have probably most likely hit on the 2-point. John's looking at going to the ace point, trying to figure out what's right here. This is a very difficult checker play right here. I think my inclination is to make the bar. He decides to go to the ace and keep the midpoint, which is very reasonable. Okay, he's thinking about doubling here. Once again, pretty low take point, so. And he has John has an anchor, so there aren't that many gammons. I just hate putting that checker on the ace point, but John's a pretty brilliant dude, so I'm guessing it's probably right. But like I said, I would have made the bar point there. It's an interesting one. I'll want to take a look at that later. 6-4, that's definitely a hit number. And then hit with the 6 and then look for the 4. I think I play I want to leave that checker there. So I'm gonna play aggressive and bring the 4 down. Kenny says, I don't want to leave 3 blots around. 4-3. He would have been hit back, but then he would have had, multiple returns. 4-3. Kenny, John just brings them all up. I'm pretty sure this is a cube here. If he does not get hit and Kenny doesn't double, I think that would be a pretty big mistake. I actually think that was a mistake. I definitely would have sent a cube there. He fanned. I just don't see any way in the world he's too good. It's possible, but just seems like this is just a double pass. He really wishes he had doubled the previous roll. But we're 2-away, 4-away. Fun scoring, Backgammon. Be right with you guys. Just trying to load up the chat. Yes, Melissa, I did lose that fast, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm in a big run of some pretty bad beats. I think most of you saw at least 1 or 2 of them this weekend already. The one in the first round of Rich Munitz was pretty brutal. But that's backgammon. Win some, you lose some. Got to stay humble and just keep swinging. So John has that 20 anchor. Very important at this score to have an advanced anchor, and he has it very advanced and very heavy, so he's not going to lose it very soon unless he rolls big doubles and moves all those checkers around. Kenny, 5-4, great roll. John's looking to roll an in with a 3 or 5. There it is. Now he gets to hit with that 5. Catch up in the race a little bit. Double 1s. That's going to come in with 1. I believe he's going to safe the blot, and then he has 1 more to play. He can play from the back. I think I actually would play that back checker just to keep the flexibility on his home side of the board. If the only other play play that makes sense is 8-7, but then you lose your kind of a builder that otherwise you can use the spare on the 8 point. You're losing the spare if you play 8-7. So you're less flexible. 5-1. This looks like 5 down and 1 up from the back so he can see some daylight. Two, 1. Not what John wanted, but he says, okay, I know what to do with this. I have an anchor. Let's just hit him. Stop him from running. Kenny's thinking about doubling. I think he's still a little bit short. He doesn't have a point in his board. John has the anchor. 4-5. I think I would just run. Yeah, it comes out to a double shot, but people miss double shots all the time. I don't think the concept here is right. I don't think you want to put. I think that's the last place you wanted to put a checker was on your ace point. You want to put him in position to make points that are of value, meaning that 4, 3, 2 points. 2-6. That's going to cover that blot. And now Johnny's looking for a 3 to make the 3-point. 4-1. Oh, double fives. That covers from the mid. And then he'll have 2 more to play. Looks like he's probably going to cover from the mid and then bring 2 down. Well, the first two are... the first one is easy. Cover the 3-point. He's not hitting. There is no hitting play here. I guess he's going to count the race and figure out where he sits. And just counting crossovers, it's 3, 4, 7... 13 crossovers for blue. If white just makes the standard play or any play, that would be 12, 13, 14 crossovers for white. So it's probably a pretty close race. Fairly close anyways. Yeah, that's the first 2 I saw. Now does he come out with, if he's winning the race, he would come out with 2. He must not be winning the race, so he plays those 2 checkers. This also gives him some decent chances to win a gammon himself. That 6-1 is not very nice. He's going to go to the 2-point and play 2 checkers off the 8-point. Yep. Undouble gammon would be music to his ears for John O'Hagan. 5-4, not what he was looking for. So I'm guessing he can either bring 2 down or just to send a checker to the ace point and keep the mid. I think 2 down is right. I mean, the target point is your 5-point, so that makes it a lot easier to make your 5-point. So I expect 2 down here. See if John finds something else. How many shots is that? Just 3, 4, and 5, 2. So very little risk, especially with Kenny having a blot in his board. My pleasure, Miss Melissa. Wish you were still here. Yep, he did make that two down play as expected. Kenny's trying to hit or run away. That doesn't do either one, but that doesn't block and make the 3-point. So I expect 2 down and make the 3-point here. Really don't even see anything that's close to being second. Pretty sure that every other play other than the right play is a pretty big blunder.
Hi.
Hey, Dima. How are you doing, brother?
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dmitriy Obukhov. He is the manager of our stream. Thank you for all your work. I appreciate it. Streams. Yes, streams. Multiple streams. Kenny's looking to hop. That's not hoppish. He's going to break that 8-point. Yep. Johnny's looking to make the point. 6-3. He really wanted like 5-1 double fives were his best. Double sixes were great.
I like 12.
Is that an illegal play, or is that legal?
That's legal.
That was legal play.
But not right.
Dima thinks it's not right. People think 2 out is best. I'm not sure. Well, 2 out looks like it would have been pretty good now, but also he has a lot of numbers to now point on him. And he can't putting checkers in position to point on him is pretty good as well.
Until you make your 5 points, you're not safe, basically. Okay.
What about now?
Well, now you made your 5 points. Now you made your 5 points.
Right. Yep, for sure it's too good. Especially, he doesn't get a shot. That's actually a very good roll for Kenny. Double threes, that's going to make a point.
Yes, do that. Nothing to think about, more games this way.
Yes, for sure. This is kind of a gammon go score. Once we've reached this position, it is kind of a gammon go score for John. 5-2, he's going to come out with the 5 and slot the deuce. Yeah, because now if Kenny comes in with a 1 and doesn't roll a 3, a 2, or a 1 along with it, shots at that second checker. 6-5, I would just... No, absolutely not. Should not close it. I would have actually left that checker there,
Why
but...
shouldn't he close it? Yes, he should.
What? You think he should close it?
Yeah.
You don't think he should be going fishing?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You think the 3 checkers on the outside? It's only 3 checkers on the 7 point.
Okay, how many games you win with 3 checkers outside and close board?
And with 1 up, not that many.
How many?
I don't know the number. I'm
Okay,
guessing
so,
like 20-ish%.
I would-
But if he gets a second checker...
I think it's less, maybe 15.
Okay,
maybe
but if he
less.
gets a second checker...
If.
Yes, but he can get a second checker. Why not fish for that
Well,
second checker?
let's see how often he gets the second checker.
So he decides...
I'm not sure why he didn't play for the 4th into...
I would have brought the 4 in myself, but now double 4s and double 5s go to where you want. 5-3, he's going to hit here for sure.
Yeah.
And he's hoping John rolls a 1-4-1-5.
I saw 4.
Yep, 4 was there. So you really thought it was right to close out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Dmitriy is a player I highly respect his game. If he, I think he might be mistaken here, but I have great respect for his game, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if he was right. There's the 4, and now he's looking for... Oh, that's the whole thing. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yep. John is... Kenny's doing his part and just fanning. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it covers. It covers with the 5, so it's going to be...
Still too good.
Still too good, but this is likely to be a 1-point game.
So what's percentage to gammon?
More than it was a second ago. Someone just asked.
Percentage less than 2%. Well,
more than 2%
more
after
than
he took those
2%,
checkers off.
Yeah.
And actually, he just clears from the back.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, only 6-5 leaves a shot, and now nothing leaves a shot. So it looks like it would have been, even if he had closed out earlier based on that kind of situation, it would have been. He wouldn't have gotten the gammon anyways if he came in first roll with the 3 checkers on the bar point. I would have gotten fishing. I'm a fisherman. Dmitry doesn't like fish.
I'd be very surprised if fishing was right there.
Okay. Want to get a bet on it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with John O'Hagan's play over yours. It's not like I'm fishing by myself. So now it's Crawford 4 away. Match equity here is somewhere around 18.5% approximately for Kenny. So John's got him on the ropes.
This is a boom boom play.
Yep, he should be hitting 2 checkers here. You're actually trying to win a gammon because if you win 2 points here...
Yeah, it's always right for money in this position to hit 2 checkers.
Well, that's not right. That's just it's way too strong.
They just mean.
New favorite, huh?
Yeah, new favorite.
Yeah, that's just mean, as Dmitry said. So once again, what I was saying is if Kenny wins a gammon here undoubled, that means he only has to win one more game.
Yeah, and
Whereas if he only wins 1 point, he either needs to win a gammon on a game, doubled cube, or 2 more games. So really, there's a huge amount of equity there to be gained. 3-2 is the roll. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason. Excuse me. I don't see any reason not to hit.
I like this better.
Yeah, I like this.
That came from here?
Yes.
He hit with the 2 and brought the 3 in. Legal play. 4-6. Nice roll for Kenny. John should be playing a little cautious. He doesn't want to get gammon, but it's not too much risk. He has this 5 point. His opponent Kenny only has the 3 point. You actually have but he fanned. A lot of numbers actually made an advanced anchor on that roll. 6-3. No, I think I make the anchor in the. I like 21 and down here across. Kenny decides to come out. I actually would have wanted another checker in the zone.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, and he gets hit. Wow, nice roll by John. Followed by a fan. That's pretty brutal. 6-1 is going to make that outside point.
Okay.
Sure, why not? Helps bring those checkers all the way around the board. It's the first step. 4-6. I have no idea. I guess I just come across.
I play down.
Yeah. There is no duplication, but you just gotta.
Just from general principles, running would be decreasing gammons, and that's not what you want.
Right. 5-4, that hits again. Now Kenny's hoping to roll a 4 and make that advanced anchor, or come in with a 3 and hit that blot. That's not coming in.
It's observant.
Highly technical commentary here. That's a pretty good roll for Kenny. For John, I mean. Kenny really needs a 4 here. Double 2s. Wow. Probably his second best roll. Double 4s being the only better roll. I think he should take that anchor. I don't see any value, or not enough value in bringing a checker down. Although it would have unstacked 5 checkers on a point. 6-1, he's probably playing that right there. Mm-hmm. Actually, now having that checker down may have been valuable. 6-5.
Yeah. So 6 hits.
And do you run off the bar point? Or off the back? I'm not playing. I'm running off one of those 2 points. I don't know what's right. I guess You're not worried about getting gammon, so come off the back?
I think
come off the anchor?
That looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. So I think the right play, because once again, gammons don't matter for Kenny. He needs to win the game. So keeping the anchor isn't that big a deal. Is there any duplication anywhere? Not really. Oh, the 4 actually. A 4 hits coming down and hit inside. 5-3, that's going to play nice and safe. I'm not sure what the race is, but 75, 90, 102. 154 for white. Yeah, yellow, I should say. 154 for yellow.
6-3 comes around, of course. Or makes a 10 point maybe better.
Yes, I agree. Make the 10.
10 point.
What is that? Did I say 152 or 162? 152, I think. 154, sorry. 75, 85, 90, 102. 154 for white. Keep that score. So 154 minus 12. Is that?
Double 3 is interesting. Could be 4 down.
I don't think so. I think it's. Well, I think the race is now important. So once again, 154 minus 12 is 142 for yellow. Blue has 78, 88, 96, 106, 16, 26, 36, 46, 53. So yellow is now winning the race.
Okay, so how about 17 to 14 3 times?
I agree. 17 to 14 3 times and bring the last one in. It could be 4 down, but I feel like that's a little disconnected. I mean, if you play the 3 to the 14 point, then you have spares there to actually make another outside point to make getting home easier. I think I would have played the last one in, but this is reasonable. I think it was absolutely right to play 17-14 with 3. Like I said, I think he's up like 9 or 11 in the race, so I like this play. So can Johnny make an outside point to make it home easier? Yes, he can make an outside point. Now, what's right?
14 3 times.
Off the 14 with all 3, or you can actually do this one. This actually makes it potentially you're not.
Easier to clear.
Yeah, you're not directly across 6 away from that bar point.
It's also blocks
4.
blocks that blood right there.
Which one?
Well,
Oh yes, I didn't even see that. Yeah, it blocks that. Although I think that's a minor. I think that's a minor.
just extra ways to win. That's all it is.
4-1. You can.
I play to the 5 like this.
I agree. Actually, maybe you actually. Yeah, I guess that's right. Never mind. Double 3s. I don't think it's right to move that back checker. You're just down in the race now. Let's count the race again.
7 and 2.
So that would be 78, 84, 94, 04, 14, 20. Blue has 128 after the roll.
Still be fine.
And white has 72, 74, 84, 94, 96, 06, 16, 17, 18, 23. It's actually pretty close. Actually, closer than I thought. So maybe coming out is right. I mean, getting pointed on picks and passes to make the 2 point, and you're losing 4 pips in the race in a pretty close race. It's actually not good. So I actually think coming out is right now.
Okay, I don't like coming out.
Dmitry says he doesn't like coming out, even if you know it's a super tight race.
Well, if I, yeah,
It's like 2 pips.
I'm staying there. I feel safe for now. Okay, and going out decreases gammons.
There's almost no gammons now anyways, though.
Well, there's less gammons when you step up. That's for sure.
I actually think there's more wins, so I actually liked coming out, especially after that roll. I mean, what if you roll a double 4, 5, 6, and you have that checker back? Then you lose the value of your big doubles.
Double 6, you point on him and cover.
No, blue. I'm saying, what if blue rolls the big double? That's why I like coming out. Because if you come out and roll, if you don't come out and you roll big doubles, you're straining that checker.
Okay. What if your opponent rolls the same thing?
Then you get pointed on.
Okay, then you can.
I understand.
Getting pointed on is better than losing a race by 20 points.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see, kid.
Okay.
Is this? I assume this is Blue's roll 6-5. They have all of it to play, and he's thinking about running.
Well, what's the race? He ahead after this? If he's ahead,
No, it doesn't matter if he's winning the race or not. Leaving a shot does not seem to be right.
Two blocks.
Yeah, it matters. But I think he's behind them.
If he's up, it's
That's 64, 74, 84, 94, 04, 05. 6 is 11. 111 for Blue, 48, 50, 60, 70, 83, 86, 96, 06, 10. It's basically a tie ball game again. So he leaves the shot.
You're not supposed to run when it's you, right? What is it, 1-2?
It is risky to hit. It is risky to hit. And John says, I agree with you, Rory. I'm not hitting. 5-4. Now he's going to move that checker. 4 down, or 5 down, 4 up, whatever. He's not. I don't think he's leaving the bot this time. Make the 4 point. And he's hoping to outroll him, and that helps in the trying to outroll him game. You put the last checker on the 2 point, or do you not go that deep?
I don't go that deep.
It's got to be pretty close. But he gives him more flexibility with the 5 checkers left on the outside. But Dean was probably right. You don't want to put a checker on the 2 point.
Yeah, I wouldn't think too much about it. I don't care.
Yeah. He says it's not that big a deal either way. I think I go to the 3 and the 6.
This is just almost as good, probably.
Yeah, it's basically the same. Johnny's trying to roll big and win this race, and Kenny says no. I took the lead. I'm going to keep the lead. I think I go into the 5 point with the last one. Or the 4 or the 5, it doesn't matter.
I would go to 4 and 5.
Oh, both. Yeah, he could have gone to, instead of bringing the checker across the 8, he could have gone to the 4 and 5, which is probably better. 6, 4. Once again, I'm bringing the checker into the 5 point. He goes into the. I think it's right to put it on the, but maybe then you're going to have to put another checker on the deuce. So I'm not sure. 5, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, a nicer structure for yellow, even though blue is closer to home. 3 in and 2 to 1 for sure. There you go. Good play. All right, this is reasonably close. Got all of them in. Actually, it's not. Maybe it's not as close as I thought.
That's cocked.
Yep. So white is down 5. I don't know what's it, 5 and 6. I think, but before the roll it was 6, and what? So now it should be 4. Should be. I believe the race is 9 pips right now. Not. So I'm guessing it's tied by 30, 40, 54, 10, 20, 30, 40, 49. So I was off by something. But nothing special here, just a straight race. And a straight race that looks like is going to take us post-Crawford now after that 2-1. Pretty big dog now. Guessing 90-ish% for blue. Ballpark? 90% seem reasonable?
I need to like slow down and count.
10, 20, 30 versus 42. 44.
10? What was it?
30 versus 44 is what it was.
So it's like 40% deficit.
Now it's 38, 10, 20, 33.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
It's below 5%, basically.
Yep. Below 5%, wow. Okay. Pretty minuscule. Looks like this one's over and we're going to be going post-Crawford. Thomas Henderson from Canada. Hello, sir. We got some of your country mates here in Chicago. Oh, he has a 1 roll. That's not the 1 roll. It was a good try, though.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the
one.
That's the one.
It just doesn't win, but that's the roll.
That is the roll.
And we got 65 viewers, and how many likes?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Okay, so it's post-Crawford, 3 away. There is a little game that Kenny can play. I don't think he's going to, though, where you don't... Yeah, he's a Chicago player. He's a local club player in Chicago. I've known him for a very long time. He recently moved up to the... Actually, this might be... I think this is his first championship division.
This was a good play with the 5-4 down. I'm surprised most people don't realize it.
Kenny is a decent player. He's been playing the Chouette for a very long time.
Where is he from?
He's a Chicago guy.
He's a Chicago guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking he's a local guy for a second.
No, he's Chicago. He plays Chicago Open almost every year. 2-1, a great roll for Kenny. No. 6-5. For sure. You're going for a gammon to win the match. Actually, after that double 1, he's probably happy he made the play he did, but I'm almost sure 6-5 was the right play. Despite the fact that Dmitriy thought it was right.
Well, that makes bar point.
Yeah, if he hadn't split, he'd actually be making the...
So giving up the mid is worth it right now?
Yes, Prime. Primes equal wins.
And still decent amount of gammons.
Actually, if you once again, if you hadn't split, he'd be making the advanced anchor. But this is not an anchor situation.
I'm not so sure he would be making best anchor at this square though. No. This is no.
Oh, he doesn't know. I think he missed the concept there. He definitely should have made the bar point. Oh wow, he found out right now that. Yeah. Finds out right there. Yep, he would have had more shots. Yeah, you got to see daylight. Stepping up here is definitely right. Johnny's looking to point or make a point in front of him. This is just going to make the 2 point.
Yeah.
Not really what he wanted, putting checkers behind that blot. But if he runs out and doesn't get safe, which he just did, yeah, blue is definitely ahead. He should definitely be running.
Should be running.
Actually, are we sure he should be running? Because this makes the 4 point.
Whatever.
And there's lots of shots coming, actually, potentially.
How often does he hit?
2-1 is a shot. 3-1 is a shot.
2-1 is not a shot.
Huh?
2-1 is not a shot.
Yeah, it's not a direct. It's a shot.
Okay.
Having the 4 point. I actually like this play. I would bet on this play, Dima. 4-2 is a shot. Now do you see it? Hey kid, do you see it now? I love giving Dima a hard time. He's such a brilliant man, but you know. Oh, he rolls the 4. Gammons are a real possibility here, folks. You just want to get missed, so keep it going. Sure, the builder would have been nice, but not worth the extra shots. 3-5. Yeah, but he should be just attacking. Okay, don't attack with that. Yep, for sure. Johnny's looking for a number that gets home. That's not even going to move. 5. He can bring the 3 down or the 3 in. Not sure which is right. It's probably pretty trivial. He decides to play the checker in. Once again, attacking if we can. Double ones. Yes, switch. No reason. And actually, switch and make the 10 point.
Yeah.
Because that covers the gap you just created.
Switch 5 and 10.
No.
No.
Just make the 10 point.
Give him 4-6.
There's no reason to give him 4-6.
More builders.
This is plenty of builders.
He'll bring more builders later, I think.
And John's not even going to come in on that point. Yep, he's coming in deep because he needs to get checkers down and around and in before he gets gammoned. 3-1, that's going to make the bar point. The wrong 9. But that does make a point inside his board. Makes it harder for Kenny to attack him. Double 4s. Huge roll. That makes the prime. That makes a 6 prime. Just make the prime. There you go, Kenny. You have a real chance here. 4-1. 4 down. He slots the bar. He wants to either make the bar. He just wants to get crossovers, actually. 2-1.
He gets hit and then you can pick up all those blocks.
Nah, it was right. 6-4 brings 2 down. That's why he can actually counter prime. If I would be attacking, I would instantly be attacking on. Oh, I think this is a mistake, Kenny. I think you got to attack there and go for the gammon. He plays a more conservative way.
So John roll what, 1-2?
Yep, 2-1.
So now, if you hit and round John roll 1-2, you can lose. You can get started, right?
For sure. Oh, that's going to be a closeout. And we're looking somewhere around 20% gammons now. Probably just a hair under that. And actually, he should not play. There you go. That's the right play. Good job, Kenny. Can he get the gammon and knock off the champ? 3-6. He plays safe.
Well, he could take
He could have taken the 3 off. I'm not sure what was right. He's happy he made the play he did now. John really needs to come in. Lots of pressure here. Big roll. Any fans? Kenny, look. No, doesn't want a big double here, so he doesn't leave a shot. 2 off is very nice. John needs to come in, and he does. Just run it on out. Yep. John is supposed to save gammon here, and if no one gets a double, then John should be saving the gammon by a roll. 4-2. Yep. Actually, maybe he's saving it by 2 rolls. No, it's saving it by a roll. Wow. So all doubles are working actually to take 3 off or more for Kenny. Double 1 is obviously the worst because then he can miss with a 1, but all other doubles are working. Now he has double 1s working. John needs a... Oh, John saves the gammon with the double 5s. We will go to DMP. Okay, little DMP, and then I am done for the evening. So hopefully we'll be able to find someone else to do some commentary. But I'm going to retire for the evening. I'm going to transcribe some matches and watch some soccer. So Argentina is 1-1 with Cape Verde.
End of regulation.
Wow. So they have 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes.
And then go and play.
Argentina is tied. Wow.
This is the team from the
Oh, I think that was a mistake. I think he should have hit. He would have been hit back, but once you have an advantage, you should start. Meaning you have a point in your board, you should be hitting. I believe 3-2. He's going to make that anchor. Slot the point, of course. It's a double holding game. 5-3. I think he's bringing the 5 down and running and playing 3 behind. Yep. I guess he could just make it. This makes more sense to me, though. Checker's in position to make the targeted point, which is the 5 point. 5-2. Just bring 1 into the 6 point. Excuse me, folks. 6-2. Once again, this is for John. Slots the point. Does it go to the ace, or is it right to bring it in? I'm not sure. Probably this is right. Double 4s. That's a lot of pips. But he can't move those back checkers. They're kind of stuck. So there's no way in the world the first 2 isn't down. In all worlds, I bring the first 2 down. Now you got 2 more. You make the 4 point. It just seems like making the 4 points right here. I'm not seeing anything else that makes a whole lot of sense. Yep. Nice play, Kenny. At least I think it's a nice play. John's looking for some doubles of his own. 4-2 is just dice. Not great rolls in this game so far for John, other than the roll that made the bar point in the 10. Double 4s again. Now, should he bring 2 down, or should he just make the ace from the... Yeah. I have no idea. Very difficult checker play here. He says, I'm going to hold the mid. Unfortunately, it forces all the 6s to play. There's no decisions to be made, essentially. 5-2. Yep. Now Kenny has all 7s to hit. That's not one of them, but that makes a point. That's actually, for not hitting, that's a pretty good roll. John, 4-2. Another roll that's just, ugh. What is he? He's just got to, just got to kill a checker to the 2 point. Once again, all 7s hit, and now they basically win. 4-2. I think he's just going to make that 2 point. Yep. Can John get a good one here? Needs like 6-1 would be his best, basically. Or double fives, actually. 6-2, you just got to run a checker by. Now Kenny needs to run one of those back checkers while John has 2 blots. And he can. There's the 7 he was looking for. Does he know I'm almost sure running is right here. I can't imagine it's not. There you go, Kenny. Nice play. John 6s really don't play well. Oh, wow. Could it be right just to run a checker from the back? It's 17, 21 shots. Look at the 6-4. It's awful. John 6-4. I think the best play is actually a run off the back. Because it's 17, 21 shots with shooting at 1 blot. If he points on his head, it's same 21 shots, actually. You know what? Looks like the best play is running off the back.
Yeah, probably is.
I mean, it's just so egregiously bad, though. Yeah, I'm almost sure this is the right play. Oh, wait, no. He can just leave. He can leave fewer shots. But it's putting 2 checkers on the 2-point. Could that be right?
What play? What play?
8-2, 6-2.
No, that's more problems later. Though.
Yeah, but it's a lot fewer shots. It's what is it? Instead of 21, it's only 11, 12. It's only 13 shots versus 21. That seems like it must be right. Now this is 21 shots.
This is. Oh, what's the 5-3?
5. I count
5-3.
Yeah, it's all ones, all 3s, and double 5s. It is 21 shots.
And 5-3. Oh, 3s. Oh, my bad. Okay.
And double 5s.
Yeah,
So it's 21 shots.
No, this is.
Correct me again, Mr. Dima.
This is too much.
With all the blots as well.
Right.
The other one, if you're leaving 21 shots, at least it's only 1 blot, and you have a chance to come in and whatever. But actually, I think once again. Oh, I think this is the 3rd best play, Johnny.
No, I don't like this.
Wow. 5-6, he misses. Wow.
Are you actually running out there? I'm not so sure.
I don't think so. I think I would have stayed. 6-3.
So makes
Well,
the 3
Yep,
point.
and makes it the 3-point. Wow. I actually think John made the 3rd best play there. That's such a crazy one, though. I definitely want to take a look at that. Oh, there's no way. Oh, does he have to do this?
This is the play.
That's so gross.
Well, it's not all that bad.
6-5. Wow, what a crazy game. That 6-4 roll was insane. Okay, I'm leaving a direct shot.
Are you sure?
That's the direct shot I'm leaving right there because I'm picking up the other blot.
Yeah, of course.
Now, Johnny looking for a 2. Doesn't want to roll any other 6s. Any other 6s would have been really bad. Now, Kenny would love to roll a 4. That's another shot. Now, what's right? Well, the 5 down is obviously right. And then do you play that minimum? Actually, it might be the other one. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
5-3, no shots.
No.
He's definitely not leaving a double shot. He knows what to do here. Because he's likely only going to leave a single shot. Although now 4-1 is terrible. 5-1 is terrible for yellow. Because he's just picking this checker up. And Kenny's going to be a big favorite again to get a shot right here. Wow, what a great DMP. Oh, 2-1, he doesn't have to leave a shot. Yes, just clear from the back. You're not doing anything else.
Pick them up both, yeah.
Pick them both up. You don't want to leave any blots there. Because if there's a hitting battle, you don't want to be stuck in it. Kenny's looking roll small. 5-4. That leaves 17 shots. Really, really great DMP game. 6-5. He's going to hit and keep going. I'm sorry. And the other checker. Bring 2. Now we have only double 4s and double 6s to hit. But double 5s is also great. He fans. Wow.
Not over yet.
Nope. Oh, yeah, well, tune it up. 1, 2, and go to the ace. So he's got all 8s except for double 2s. That's 5 numbers. Looking for a 8. Wow.
All right, I gotta go find
4-3. Safe. What? Can Kenny fan and get a shot? He did fan. Can he get a shot? Is Johnny going to leave him a shot? No. Looks like John's going to pull it out. What a great match. I think both players played very well, although I didn't like that one play by John. That's extremely excruciating 6-4. I think that's a play that's really, really hard to find the right play over the board. You know, sitting back here on commentary, it's just so much easier. There's just no pressure. Like I'm just looking at it. I'm able to see all the angles. I can think about it and talk it out. Whereas John's just sitting there frozen, like blurry-eyed. Did I just really roll that? You know, it had to be the most interesting roll of the match, though.
Of the century.
Of the century is a bit of an exaggeration. Congratulations, John. Moving on. Kenny, we will see you in the consolation tomorrow. Great match. Wow, that was exciting.